And we are live. Hey, what's up, champions? Love hanging out as always. I'm hitting today with the fabulous and wonderful, amazing, and badass Miss Lori Saitz. She is an amazing friend, and I've really just gotten to know her extremely well over, gosh, we haven't really known each other that long, dude. But
it's been 6 months?
Yeah. It's been a hell of a ride, and we got Kevin Snow hanging out with us as well. So today we're just going to talk about her journey, her world, her story, and have a little bit of fun. So, Miss Lori, introduce yourself to the world.
Introduce myself. Well, thank you for pronouncing my name properly.
I'm here for you, buddy.
My company is Zen Rabbit. I have a podcast called Fine is a 4-letter word, and that is in large part to your support and help to get me there.
What a nice way to put that. Support and help.
Support and help.
Support and help. It's the same thing, I know. All right. Support and enthusiasm. How about that?
Or so what happened is we have a mastermind Lori's part of, and in the middle of this mastermind, she's like, I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do this, I'm trying to do this. And I was like, fuck it. You know what? You're just going to do fine as a 4-letter word. And she goes, okay, I'm going to do. So as I'm talking, Kevin immediately runs over to the website for the Badass Business Summit, changes her entire speech to fine as a 4-letter word, and baptism by fire. She is all in now.
Yeah, exactly. I got off of that call and texted a friend, and I was like, fuck, Donnie just changed my topic for the business summit, and I'm freaking out. And he said, well, actually, that's probably a really good thing, because he's been trying to get me to talk about this for 2 years to bring my story, like my real story, to the world.
Absolutely. And Beverly Brown, I see you, love, on LinkedIn. Thank you for hanging out with us. So we are live on 4 or 5 channels, and talking to as many people as we can get in here. So, and dude, I got to be honest with you, Lori. I am so proud of how badass your freaking podcast is, dude. It is. I seriously, I listen to some very select podcasts, but your setup, your questions, and I love how you end every show, is really freaking cool.
Thank you.
And I know I helped with some of the coaching on it, but at the end of the day, it's still you putting everything together, and it's well done. Tell them a little bit about the podcast.
Yeah, so we said it's called Fine is a 4-letter word. It's stories of self-discovery and courage from Gen X women. Gen X doesn't even know who they are. So every time I say Gen X, they're like, am I Gen X? I don't know. Okay, so primarily women who were teenagers in the 80s. And I say that at the same time, people of all genders and ages are listening to this and giving me, they love it. So it was designed for Gen X women to help them, because a lot of us, this was me 4 or 5 years ago, in this place where they say everything's fine. It's fine. Like, you see the dumpster fire going on behind them, but they're like, no, nothing to see here. It's all fine. They're feeling this deep undercurrent of suck, and they don't know what to do about it. And so the podcast, I created it mainly for 2 reasons. One, there's nothing to let people know there's nothing wrong with you, because a lot of times these women are in this life from the outside looks amazing. Like, they have everything, and they are asking themselves, why am I not happy with what I have? Why can't I be happy with this? There must be something wrong with me. And so, 1, nothing wrong with you. Number 2, you're not alone.
Beautiful. And, I think all of us have a moment of time in our life where we either told ourselves or told the world that we're fine, that everything's good, right? Everything's okay. Mm-hmm. And I mean, it was for a plethora of reasons. And I think some of it, of course, is, I think we tend to want to protect those around us. So we're saying fine, so we don't let them all the way into our world. And, we don't want them to share in our misery. But we also put it up as a shield for ourselves, because we live in an Instagram world where everything's sunshine and rainbows, and everything's false front and fake tans. You know, so and filters, my God. Did you guys love the TikToks where the gals take off the makeup? If you haven't seen them, they totally dissect themselves and they look like a Maxim cover model, and then they take all the makeup off and they're still gorgeous women, but you can see the airbrush effects and everything else and how much they've dolled themselves up. It's really cool to see kind of people let their hair down, if you will.
Yeah, but so few people are willing to do that.
For sure. For sure. Go ahead.
I was listening to someone this morning. I can't remember on what social media platform, but they were talking about the whole Gen X thing and how I'm a Gen Xer. I was graduated in 1990 from high school, but we grew up in the world. You know, we grew up worried that Russia was going to drop a bomb. We watched Challenger literally blow up on TV and then went right back to class. You know, and it was literally it's like. It is what it is. It's fine. Everything's going to work out. And that's really how we grew up. Yeah. You know, you could literally have things exploding and no one freaked out.
Right.
And so I think that's a huge part of how we live our lives now. Because, you know, it's always a Gen Xers. Like, it is what it is.
Right.
Can you imagine the kids doing a bomb drill nowadays? You know, get under your desk, cover your head. I mean, I remember doing all that.
You did? We didn't do that.
Oh, yeah.
I did it when I was a little kid. It's like, bomb drill.
Yep.
No, we never did that, but.
Crazy.
Yeah.
You know, that metal desk is going to save you from a nuclear blast.
Yeah, right. Right. For sure. So at the summit, you're going to be walking us through what?
Well, my new topic is now fine is a 4-letter word. Thanks, guys. What I'm walking people through is the question, what to do. First of all, what to do about the question of, do you want to live your life? Do you want to live the next 20 years the same way you've lived the last 20? And a lot of us in this generation are at the point now where parents are passing away, relatives, older relatives, kids are moving out of the house, growing up and moving away. And so asking ourselves that question, do I want to live the next 20 the same way I lived the last 20? And what will I do differently? So at the summit, what I'm talking about is I have a program called Find to Fantastic. And within that program is this thing I call the trilogy for success. And the trilogy is gratitude, connections, and courage. And so I'm going to be walking through those 3 components and talking about how those working within those 3 can help you move from fine to something more fantastic.
That's so awesome. Girl, I'm so proud of you. It really is. It's fun to watch you freaking evolve and blossom. I'm so excited to have you there. I love asking all the speakers this. Who are you most excited besides yourself to see speak at the summit?
Oh, that's a good question. Oh, well, SA.
Yeah,
I'm
SA,
interested in hearing what he has to say.
Yeah, he's a good dude. We already had him on here, and man, that guy's just got some cool, wicked knowledge. I'm excited to see Lori DeFranco because this will be the first time I get to meet her in person.
I know. It feels like we know everybody already, but we don't. We haven't met them. Yeah. Like in person, like you said.
Right. Right. You know, and, you know, Kevin Hunter as well. I'm excited to see his stuff on YouTube. And, you know, I think that's going to be a lot of fun and exciting. So for those of you guys who are hanging out with us, Badass Business Summit, September 23rd through the 25th, Arlington, Texas. Tickets are on sale now. They are starting to move pretty damn quickly. So make sure you get your butts over there and get those purchased and come hang out with us. You know you've been craving an in-person event, so get your butt to Arlington in Texas. Come see it. If you were going to leave everybody with a badass phrase or thought, Miss Lori, what would you say, you know, freaking live by this rule or thought?
You deserve, by birthright, to find joy in your life. You deserve to have joy in your life, and it is possible to have it.
Well said. Kevin, any parting words and thoughts?
Only parting thought I have is that tickets are still available for the summit. We're almost out of the VIP tickets, but you can still get the standard tickets. So if you want to come see Lori, SA, myself, Donnie, and all the other 14 badass speakers, go to https://badassbusinesssummit.com and you can get your tickets.
Awesome.
I got to say, even if I wasn't speaking, I'd still be there.
Thank you for that, dude.
That's how awesome this is going to be.
I appreciate you. Guys, get your tickets. Come hang out with us. Would love to see you in person in September. Keep being badasses. Keep rocking and rolling. If you ever need anything, just reach out. Happy to help any way I can. Love you, mean it. See you. Bye.